Bernie-mentum continues, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get into it. So a couple polls were released recently. One done by CNN and then another done by Fox News. Now Bernie Sanders is absolutely killing it in both of them. So we'll get to that in a moment. But the first thing I wanted to get to was a graph done by Real Clear Politics. And this graph simply shows all the polling data done on the Democratic Party primaries ever since 2013. And when you take a look at this graph, you see just how historic Bernie Sanders' rise has been inside these primaries. So as you guys can see, extending all the way back to late 2013, Hillary Clinton has held a huge lead over the rest of the Democratic Party field. So here she is in late 2013. So she's pulling 55% amongst Democratic Party voters. Here's Joe Biden at 12.8%. There's O'Malley at 1%. Total domination by Hillary Clinton. So here she is at her peak. So this is at early 2014, she's at 67.6% amongst Democratic Party voters. There's Joe Biden at 10.2%. There's O'Malley at 1%. Total domination by Hillary Clinton. But now we get to the point where Bernie Sanders announces his campaign. Around that time, so there's Hillary Clinton at 62.2%. There's Biden at 9.8%. And there's Bernie at 5.6%. Total domination by Hillary Clinton. But all of a sudden, look what happens. Present day, August 19, 2015, Hillary Clinton's numbers plummet to 49%, but Bernie's numbers skyrocket to 25% amongst Democratic voters. Amazing. Just let me put that into perspective for you. So here we are, when Bernie Sanders announces his campaign, 62.2%. There's Bernie, 5.6%. That's a 57% gap between her and Bernie Sanders. And all of a sudden, 24% gap between Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders. Tell me again he cannot win this nomination. But these numbers down below are even more promising. So these polls I told you guys about. So CNN/ORC poll. It was done from August 13th to August 16th. And it was done of 358 registered voters. So Hillary Clinton's pulling 47% of them. But Bernie Sanders pulling 29% of those polled. Amazing. Joe Biden at 14%, O'Malley at 2%, Webb at 1%. So Bernie now has an only 18% difference between he and Hillary Clinton. Fox News poll done from August 11th to August 13th, done of 401 likely voters. Hillary Clinton pulling 49%. Bernie Sanders pulling 30%. Biden pulling 10%, O'Malley pulling 1%, Webb pulling 1%, Chafee at 0% in both of these polls. So, a 19% difference now between Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton. Let's put this in perspective, man. A 57% gap between he and Hillary Clinton when he announced his campaign just a few months ago. But now, an only 19% gap between he and Hillary Clinton. Wow. A historic rise for Bernie Sanders, all the way from 5% in the polls to 30% in the polls. Tell me again that this guy cannot win. When you go from 5% in the polls, when you're getting totally dominated by the establishment candidate in the polls, when you announce your campaign, you're an independent senator from Vermont, the socialist, the fringe candidate. The media is blacking you out. They're laughing at you. When you go all the way to 30% from no one with the media, as I just said, no one from the establishment. The establishment candidate is trying to destroy you. And you know what? You're about to freaking beat her. You're beating her in one of the most important states in the primaries. You're saying that you cannot win? When you're pulling 28,000 people in Portland and LA, when you're getting 15,000 people in Seattle, when you're pulling 11,000 people in red states in Arizona, when you're getting 8,000 people in Dallas, when you're getting 5,000 people in Louisiana, 5,000 people in Nevada, 10,000 people in Madison, Wisconsin, there's genuine incitement behind your campaign. You're saying you cannot win? You're saying that guy cannot win? Are you kidding me? No. Bernie Sanders can definitely win. You know why he can win? On the issues, poll for poll, America agrees with this guy. Look at the polls, guys. 63% of people support raising the minimum wage to $15 per hour. Bernie Sanders has fought tooth and nail for that for years and years. 52% of people support redistributing wealth by hefty taxes on the rich. Guess what? Bernie Sanders has made that the central tenet of his campaign. 55% of people support overturning Citizens United and getting money out of politics. Bernie Sanders has no freaking super PAC. So he is definitely for overturning Citizens United and getting money out of politics. And you know what? It's just over a majority of people support single-payer health care, a Medicare for all system. Bernie Sanders has fought for that for decades and decades. You're saying that that guy cannot win when the majority of America agrees with him? You have some twisted logic if you truly believe that. He can definitely win. He's not some sort of fringe candidate. This guy is for real. The more he speaks, the more America agrees with him. So stop treating him like he's a joke. Treat him like he's a serious candidate. Because guess what? He is. America agrees with this guy, and Bernie-mentum is for real. 5% to 30% in just a few months. He's leading in one of the most important states in the primaries. And he's about to whoop butt inside these debates, as limited as they may be. This guy is for real. Feel the burn.